Broncos Stadium at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Go! Let's go! Got it. 58's the money. 58's the money. Hey, I'm coming.
Throwing on first down is Locke. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
It's a pickup of 3.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Look at me, zipper. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58. Ready?
3rd and 2, Locke's going to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So the flag thrown for the contact, mark off the yardage.
And sometimes you just read a hitch route way too fast. You get there before you're supposed to, and there's the penalty.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
64, wait. 5.
Locke now on 1st down. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. The 6th season in Denver now for Emmanuel Sanders after those 4 years in Pittsburgh. And you may recall Sanders tore his Achilles December 5th last year in practice. But before the injury, he was on his way to another 1,000-yard season. Would have been his 4th in his first 5 years in a Bronco uniform. Now at 32 years of age as he tries to return to full speed. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
1st and 10.
Go! 60 yards. Watch the curl.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Locke to throw on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
53's mine. Check, 53's mine. Here we go. Let's go. Get it.
Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. From the corner, it was Kendall Fuller with a sack. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right?
Yeah,
you'd make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's going to sling this deep down, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
It's a party now. It's a party.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Ready? 90.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Ready up. 44. Mike, 44. Yeah, that's what I do. Go.
On the ground, it's Reddick. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lock. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Darren Lee racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, Oftentimes, the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 2-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
Yellow, hero 15. Long light. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Williams. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Adam Gotsis, the big Aussie, in on the tackle.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Ready to break.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. The full start backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be smooth. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. So we got now.
Shotgun snap to Lock. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hamilton. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
Set 18 Gator. Yeah, right there. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lock. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Darren Lee, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
70, Indy. 53's mine. Danny. Go. Hey, we got Mike. 53. Let's go.
On 3rd and long, it's Lock. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Get it.
On 1st down, Lock. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Lock now, hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Go. Watch the curve. Watch the curves.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along as they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And with that, they'll take a 1-point lead here in the second. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure if that doesn't happen to your team again, they've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Yellow. Go. Both sevens and Mike.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. On target over the middle to Hill. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down, Kansas City.
Quarterback Patrick Mahomes has some fond memories of playing here in Denver. In fact, one of his earliest NFL memories came here in the Mile High City. That was back in the final week of the 2017 season while Alex Smith was resting up for the playoffs. And we got a glimpse of what the young Mahomes could do. He threw for 284 yards in a 27-24 Chiefs victory. That, of course, was the first start of the career for Patrick Mahomes. From midfield, here's Mahomes. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. This is McCoy. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So after the run by McCoy, here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to air one out. That's going to be caught. That one goes for 36 yards. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the two-point try. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Ready? 30 base. Here we go. Ready?
Throwing again on second down. Lock. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. The Broncos on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun on third down, Lock. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A good return there, 17 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 44-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Hey, pick your game up.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Being chased out left. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down.
Come get some. Come on here, Greystone.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a two-touchdown game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's McCoy. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Mahomes now on first down. His first running back, McCoy. And he loses the football a second time.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 41-yard line. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Yellow. Shoot. 25. Check, Charlie. 25. Motion.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Buying time to his left. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 10 more there and another first down. When plays break down, that's normally when Mahomes is at his best throwing the football. But as we saw, he can run it too. Last year, 60 carries, 272 yards. Great elusiveness and speed. And the Chiefs obviously don't want him to be a running quarterback. But if he sees an angle like he did there, any opening, he has the ability to take it and run. On first down, Mahomes. And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McCoy. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Mecole Hardman. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Hey. We got 3 again.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lock. Throw left side. It's reeled in by Hamilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. Lock now hitting on 2/3 of his passes. 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Lock. This is Riddick on the screen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Lock to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, he's got Deshaun Hamilton. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
You don't want this. 44 is the mic. 40. Ready?
Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
Lock looks to throw it again. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2 minutes.
It got his man complete. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now a carry for Lindsey. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
I'm scared. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Ready.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Watch out for Hill on the return. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Mahomes going to throw. And it is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Now McCoy. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They come up in an offset eye. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. LaShawn McCoy with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know there are plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. So that'll back him up 5. Butker on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Locke. Over the middle, complete. That's Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. Locke now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sutton. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Mike, 58, right there.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Armani Watts.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they've put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
Throwing on 2nd down. Mahomes, throw right side, going to be caught by Hardman. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Hardman, the 2nd-round pick out of Georgia, really showcased his speed at the combine, running a 4.33 340, and should help give Patrick Mahomes another versatile playmaker to work with at the receiver position. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 30-yard line.
Yellow. Come back.
Mahomes now to throw. He sets to fire. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 33 yards that time. They look to throw. It's Locke. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Slam, slam, slam.
Blue draw Corkers. Hey, high 7.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Let go.
Locke gonna go on fourth down. And it is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Here we go, here we go.
Attack, attack.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The sack by Todd Davis.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hill. 16 yards, a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Mecole Hardman the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Mahomes going to throw it here. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
He's coming. He's 43. 43.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Here's Locke. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are in for 6. McManus's point after is good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just 1-0 here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation.
It's caught inside the 25. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run.